Take 3. I had a customer ask me the other day, what would I put in a survival bag? And I like to stick to the 5 C's of survival. So let's start with something to cut with. Here I have a very small but very stout and heavy fold-up shovel. Here's a nice knife with about a 8 or 9 inch blade, a folding saw. This is a very light tactical axe. It's very sharp, it will shave. And here is a very basic, cheap 12-inch machete and a pocket knife. This I keep in my pocket. I would pick at least 2 of these other blades to keep in my pack if I couldn't take all of them. And I would prefer all of them. They'd all be nice to have if you're lost in the woods or the swamp around here. But if I had to pick 2 to put in my bag, I would take this cheap machete and the tactical axe. I would love to have this knife. I would love to have the shovel and the saw, but if I was restricted to 2, it would be these 2 and my knife in my pocket. And I would have 3 edges I could cut with. Okay, so next we're going to move to a container. So to me, when you go container, you're going water and food and cooking. So I'm going to roll the camera here so I can get a better shot. I have a stainless steel 1.3 quart canteen with a wide mouth, a plastic lid. I put a clip so the lid can be removed and the stainless steel canteen can be set by the fire, on a fire, by the fire, over a fire, however you want to do it, to boil water, to sanitize it. And it's got an extra large canteen cup. You can use that to drink your coffee out of. You can cook food in it. I've got a folding, we call them Tommy cookers. It's a little camp stove. You can use the fuel tabs, which I would suggest having with the stove. Or you can start a fire with wood or grass or leaves or whatever. You can start the fire and burn in there. A small folding utensil kit to eat with. I like to carry this because if you cook something, you may not want to eat all of it at once. You may have more than one meal. You can put your food in there and seal it with the lid. But right now in there I have aqua tabs. I have 50 aqua tabs for decontaminating the water, treating it, and a extra pair of socks, which are a multi-use. If I had to choose one of these to get rid of, because a quart of water is going to weigh, let's see, about a little over 2 pounds. So you get a stainless steel canteen cup and a canteen, you're going to have about 4 or 5 pounds of weight right there with the carrier. I like this carrier because it's got the little pockets. Like in this pocket, I have a cigarette lighter. And that's one of the other things. And I've also got some more stuff stuck in there. I'll have to see what that is later. But I like that carrier, but this canteen won't fit in that carrier. It has to go in the bigger one, which it has plenty of room in there to stuff other things in with the canteen and the cup. But that's enough on that. You want something to cook with. You want to keep it light as possible. I can't afford titanium. Stainless steel is the next best thing. So there we have container, cutting. I would throw something like these in. Very good books, not too light. At least one of them. If I had to choose just 2, I'd take these. A survival and a first aid field manual. Now next we come to cover. Cover can be anything. Right here you got your basic kit. Got a full-size poncho, lightweight, and a fishnet hammock. That could be a emergency hooch. I like to carry a couple of the construction trash bags that are extra strong and extra large, but also I like these little, it probably weighs 4 to 6 ounces. It's a little tarpaulin. It's only about 4 foot by 6 foot, but they're pretty handy. I've got 2 of them. I would carry all of that, but you may not want to. You may want to cut it down for a smaller bag. That's cool. If you want to do that, do that. But then you come over here, and cordage is the next of the 5 C's. So I've got 100 foot of paracord. This is about 8 foot here. Of course, you saw there's 20 foot of paracord there. I would have this in the bag because I've got a knife sharpener, fingernail clippers, an extra blade, carabiner, a little pocket compass. But that is 16 foot of woven paracord right there. And then on the handle, there's 8 more foot of paracord on the handle of the machete. So that gets your cutting, container, cover, cordage, and next is combustion. If you're in a survival situation, you don't want to be fighting to make a fire. Cigarette lighters are good. Storm matches are good. In here are waterproof matches in a waterproof container. That's good. I would take all 3 of them. More than one is great. Now, I also would take, this is a Sawyer mini water filter. I would have some way to filter the water. That would be good. And a minimum of a tourniquet, first aid scissors, minimum first aid kit. Maybe aspirin, maybe antibiotic ointment, some band-aids, something to wrap with. Other than that, I would throw on a pair of sunglasses, protective eyewear of some type, a pair of good work gloves. You could use the leather ones, but these mechanic gloves are synthetic. They handle oil and grease, so they'll handle dirt and mud and water better, and you'll be able to clean them up easier than the leather ones. Maybe some light sticks, so you just break it and have light immediately to work with. This is an engineer's compass. This is a little gun cleaning kit for 30 caliber 9mm pistol. I would leave an extra pistol if I had one in the bag to sharpen the axe, and the machete. I'd take at least a flat file. This is an emergency sewing kit. I would throw it in there because you may need to repair some of your stuff. A personal hygiene bag. Yeah, I'd take some hygiene products. If you need glasses, take an extra pair of glasses. And then this is just a vacuum bag. You can just put your stuff in it, roll it up, and it compresses it and keeps it dry. This is a disposable bath towel. It's small, it's light, it's easy. It'll come in handy even if you just have to burn it. But basically that's about it. I mean, I hope this helps, and have a great day. I'll talk to you later.